In this video, we're going over the new top 5 meta loadouts here in Black Ops 6 Season 5. I will be going over both 5 as well as gunfighter class setups. Let's get into it. If you are somebody who's experiencing low latency and high FPS here in Call of Duty, or want to get into easier lobbies that aren't riddled with connection issues, it's incredibly bad here in Black Ops 6. You need to absolutely check out LOADOUTS. LOADOUTS is amazing because it can reduce high latency on console as well as boost FPS on PC, which is going to drastically improve your gameplay. It's super easy to install, and in just a few clicks, you can get easier lobbies that are not riddled with packet loss and connection issues. So if you're trying to level up faster, get more nukes, as well as complete all your camo challenges easier, definitely go ahead and download LOADOUTS. Take control of your game and use code EARS at LOADOUTS to get yourself a free trial. Link is going to be at the top of the description. For class setup number 1, we're taking a look at the AS-VAL, which is one of the more underrated assault rifles that you can actually replace a lot of the SMGs with due to its fast fire rate. For the optic, for whatever reason, if you don't like the iron sights, you can put on the Kepler Microflex. Even though, in my personal opinion, the iron sights are some of the cleanest in the entire game. For the barrel, we are going to be utilizing the suppressed long barrel to bump up that damage range, giving us the fastest time to kill. And this is also going to have an integrated suppressor, so you can find their spawn and build up a quick and easy streak. For the underbarrel, I highly recommend putting on the G grip to improve that recoil stabilization, horizontal recoil control, and hipfire to ADS accuracy. But if you don't have this attachment unlocked, definitely put on the vertical foregrip, which is just going to improve that horizontal recoil. But I do recommend getting the G grip unlocked ASAP. For the magazine, we are going to be using the extended mag 3 option, giving us a healthy 45 rounds. You can outgun more than one person at the same time. The AS-VAL has a crazy fast fire rate. You are going to need 45 rounds with this. For the rear grip, I do recommend putting on the commando grip. This is going to be bumping up additional aim down sight speed, jumping sprint to fire speed altogether, and more jumping aim down sight speed. Overall, a great attachment on this assault rifle SMG hybrid. For the stock, we are going to be utilizing the infiltrator stock. This is going to give us the maximum aim walking movement speed, so we can walk around aim down sight, ready to win each and every gunfight. Overall, a great attachment. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are going to run the recoil springs to further smooth out that recoil pattern, bumping up additional horizontal recoil control and vertical recoil control. Once you go ahead and build this 7 attachment class, because the laser is blocked due to the G grip, you are going to be very happy because we are going to have a setup that does have a fast sprint out speed, ADS, aim walking movement speed, and incredibly controllable recoil. One of the highest recoil assault rifles, reduced to one of the more controllable weapons in the entire game because of the right attachments equipped. Now, if you only want to run the 5 attachment loadout, what you are going to do is remove the commando grip. You're also going to remove the Kepler Microflex, and for the stock, you are going to replace the infiltrator stock for the full stock, which is going to be improving flinch resistance, aim down sight speed, which is huge, as well as aim walking movement speed. I honestly recommend running this 5 attachment loadout because it is going to do everything we need and some. With a fast sprint out, ADS is even faster, aim walking movement speed is even faster, and we are still going to have controllable recoil. This is something you definitely want to check out. Again, if you don't like the iron sights, you are going to have to go ahead and put on the Kepler Microflex with the gunfighter wildcard. But come on, guys, this thing is so clean and easy to use. For class setup number 2, we're taking a look at the SAUG, one of the fastest SMGs in the entire game. If you don't like the iron sights, the Kepler Microflex is a great choice. For the muzzle, we are going to be utilizing the compensator to bump up additional vertical recoil control. For the barrel, we are going to be rolling with the long barrel to give us the max damage range for a fast time to kill. For the underbarrel, I highly recommend putting on the G grip. This is going to be a great attachment on the SMGs as well. For the magazine, we are going to be utilizing the extended mag 2 option to give us a healthy 55 rounds. For the rear grip on all submachine guns, I highly recommend putting on the ergonomic grip to bump up additional dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and jumping aim down sight speed. A great attachment with the SAUG. For the stock, we are going to be utilizing the infiltrator stock for that improved aim walking movement speed. This is going to be amazing with this submachine gun. And then finally, for the fire mods, I do recommend putting on recoil springs to bump up additional recoil control. This is going to be a nice 8 attachment class setup because this SMG is going to be moving and grooving and flying. A fast sprint out, ADS, aim walk movement speed, which is incredibly fast, as well as controllable recoil. One of the best SMGs to use in the entire game, especially if you're trying to dominate at those close as well as medium ranges. You're gonna have to burst fire it at extreme long range, but this is more of a run and gun setup. Now, if you only want to run the 5 attachment class, what you are gonna have to do is remove the Kepler Microflex. You are going to remove the extended mag 2 option, and you are also going to remove the recoil springs. It's not necessary with this run and gun build because, as you can see in the firing range, we're still gonna have great handling here, and we're also gonna have controllable recoil, especially if you're gonna be outgunning players at those close as well as medium ranges. You are gonna have to burst fire, but this submachine gun is so good when running around, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. And again, you have to kind of play this weapon for its strengths. It is gonna be something you want to run if you want to outgun players at those close as well as medium ranges, and obviously you got the burst fire at range as well. For class setup number 3, we're taking a look at the ABR-A1. This new assault rifle is amazing, especially with this suppressed loadout. For the optic, we are going to run the Kepler Microflex, clean, simple, easy to use. Now, for the muzzle, like I said previously, we are going to run the suppressor to keep us off the mini-map when firing, so you can get behind their spawn and build up a quick and easy streak. Now, for the barrel, I highly recommend going ahead and putting on the reinforced barrel to bump up additional bullet velocity as well as damage range. We are going to need this with this specific class setup. For the underbarrel, I highly recommend going ahead and running either the vertical foregrip to improve that horizontal recoil control, or if you have it unlocked, and also if it isn't blocked on your class, it's blocked on mine for whatever reason, the G grip is going to be a great choice as well, but you can run either or. Now, for the magazine, the extended mag 2 option is great, giving you 60 rounds. This is not going to destroy the weapon's handling, which is a massive W. That's why I love running the ABR. For the comb, we are going to be running the Commando Riser, which is going to be acting like the Commando Grip. This is going to be improving your aim down sight speed, jumping sprint to fire speed altogether, and jumping aim down sight speed. Overall, something we run on all assault rifles. For the stock, I do recommend going ahead and putting on the Infiltrator pad to bump up that aim walking movement speed. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are going to run rapid fire, which is going to be transforming this 3-round burst assault rifle into fully automatic and also improving that mid damage and range. The cons are irrelevant because they're going to be overridden with that reinforced barrel. Once you go ahead and build this 8 attachment setup, you are going to be very happy because we have a suppressed ABR that has a fast sprint out, ADS, aim walking movement speed, and we are going to have controllable recoil. This is one of the best assault rifles to use in the entire game. As you can see, we have a full auto suppressed AR that is going to handle amazing. It is going to have a really, really fast time to kill. This is hands down one of the best weapons in the entire game. Now, if you only want to run the 5 attachment loadout, what you are going to have to do is remove the Infiltrator pad. You are also going to remove the extended mag 2 option, and you are also going to remove the suppressor here. You are going to run a very basic loadout. We're going to keep the full auto attached because realistically that is amazing on this weapon. As you can see, we're still going to have great handling here. We're not going to have the fastest aim walking movement speed, but we are at least going to have a full auto assault rifle that you can get down with and outgun players. The only thing about this loadout is we're not going to have the extended mag option, but 30 is going to be enough for you to take out multiple people at the same time without actually having to reload. Overall, one of the best ARs in the game. For class setup number 4, we're taking a look at the C9, the trusty handy dandy MP5. You can't go wrong with this. For the optic, Kepler Microflex, great choice. For the muzzle, we are going to be utilizing the compensator. For the barrel, we are going to be rolling with the long barrel to give us that maximum damage range, so we have a fast time to kill. For the underbarrel, we are going to be utilizing the G grip for that improved recoil control and overall handling at close range. For the magazine, I do recommend going ahead and putting on the C9 10mm auto 30-round mag so we can bump up that damage range, bullet velocity, and damage all together. This is going to allow us to outgun some of these stronger SMGs and even ARs. For the rear grip on every single submachine gun loadout, I do recommend putting on the ergonomic grip. We are going to be utilizing a stock, and for this loadout, the stock is going to be the infiltrator stock. We can bump up that aim walking movement speed. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are 110% going to run recoil springs on this submachine gun. You guys have seen this loadout before. It's just amazing on the C9. I have to bring it in majority of the top 5s because we have a fast sprint out, ADS, aim walking movement speed, as well as control recoil with a heavy, hard hitting submachine gun that you can use to outgun other assault rifle players and other strong SMGs as well. I mean, even at range, this thing is going to be amazing. The recoil control is going to be there. It is 100% one of the best weapons here in Black Ops 6 currently. Now, for the 5 attachment loadout, what you are going to do is remove the Kepler microflex. You're also going to go ahead and remove the infiltrator stock, as well as the recoil springs. You don't need them. This is going to be overall a great setup because the handling is still going to be there. We're not going to have the fastest aim walking movement speed, but the recoil control is definitely going to be there, so we can go ahead and outgun players at those medium ranges. You are going to have to go ahead and burst fire it like majority of all the submachine guns at medium range, but because we are running that 10mm ammo, it's going to be hard hitting and still giving you a fast time to kill. And finally, for class setup number 5, we're taking a look at the XM4, one of the best assault rifles in the entire game. For the optic, the Kepler microflex is going to be the best option. For the muzzle, we are going to be utilizing the suppressor, keeping us off the mini-map when firing. For the barrel, we are going to be rolling with the reinforced barrel to bump up both damage range and bullet velocity. For the underbarrel, the G grip is going to be the best choice here for that recoil control and added benefit at close range and fire to ADS accuracy. For the magazine, the extended mag 1 option is going to be fantastic. For the rear grip on all assault rifles, the commando grip is going to be the way to go. For the stock, we are going to be rolling with the balance stock here to improve that strafing movement speed, hip fire movement speed altogether, as well as aim walking movement speed. And then finally, for the fire mods, we are going to be running the recoil springs here to give us more recoil control. This is going to be a nice full auto 8 attachment loadout that you can't go wrong with on the XM4 because we have a fast sprint out, ADS, aim walking movement speed, as well as controlled recoil. One of the best weapons to use in the entire game. At longer range, you are going to have to burst fire it, but the time to kill is so fast. I highly recommend going ahead and checking this out. This is an OG meta loadout that was dominant when the game first released, and it's still dominant here in Season 5. Now, for the 5 attachment setup, we are doing a complete overhaul. For the fire mods, we're going to go ahead and put on the 3-round burst mod, transforming this full auto assault rifle into a 3-round burst AR, essentially the M16, giving us damage range, headshot multiplier, and overall damage. What we are going to do is switch out the balanced stock for the heavy stock, so we have the maximum flinch resistance, really helpful on a burst weapon. We are going to remove the magazine. We're going to remove the underbarrel. We're going to swap the regular reinforced barrel for the long barrel to give us the most damage range. And we are going to be taking away the suppressor. It's not needed with this 3-round burst weapon. Overall, the handling is actually still going to be quite nice here, and we are going to be able to have a consistent 2-round burst XM4 M16 build that can get a 1 burst to the head at those close and medium ranges. You can just go ahead and hold down the trigger to activate the burst, which is going to be super nice. That's exactly why this is one of the best guns to use here in multiplayer. These are going to be the top 5 meta loadouts to use right now here in Black Ops 6 Season 5. For the remainder of all of my loadouts, I do recommend putting on the Strider Point 22 with its 3-round burst mod. This is going to be a great weapon to use just in case you run out of ammo. You could always fall back on this. I do recommend putting on the knife, and you do want to run the stim shot, the blast trap, the assault pack with the flak jacket, dispatcher, bankroll combination if you're trying to get as many kills as possible. Now, obviously, if you are running more than 5 attachments on a loadout, gunfighter is going to be necessary to actually run that. But if you do want to get as many kills as possible, go ahead and put on high roller, which is going to allow you to run 4 streaks so you can take over the lobby. Now, once you go ahead and equip high roller, what you want to do is go over to your score streaks, and you want to run the UAV. You also want to utilize the Grim Reaper. You want to put on the War Machine with the wild card, as well as the harp. Because once you go ahead and get all these streaks, let's say you're at a 10 kill streak, if you get 10 kills while using the Grim Reaper and another 10 kills while running the War Machine, you just got your nuke, because they are going to be counting toward the nuke. Overall, a broken strategy. I think a lot of you guys will enjoy it. Let me know down in the comment section if you enjoy any of these builds, and if you do tear it up with one of my class setups, come back to this video and let me know your best gameplay. I think a lot of you guys will be able to get your first nuke. If you guys enjoy, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, spin your boy ears, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.